Xin chào, what's up everybody? Alright, I forget what day it is, maybe Tuesday? I think Tuesday, maybe Wednesday? We're back on in Japantown. In this video we're going to talk about a high-speed rail line that they're trying to propose. The crazy timeline. The only projects I ever see get done here in a proper amount of time, or if not a shorter amount of time. So we're going to unpack all this information. What do I think of the proposed high-speed line? We're going to get into it. So yeah, they've got this. I mean, I was actually chuckling as I read this proposed high-speed line, which probably they should have been building a long time ago. Who am I to say what country should do or shouldn't do? But probably I would have thought about doing that a long time ago. So, Trans-Vietnam High-Speed Railroad proposed at 61.67 billion. Between four companies, go 1,500 kilometers from pretty much the south to the north. Designated speed 250 kilometers an hour. Operational speed 180 to 225 kilometers an hour. Operational speed 70. Oh, it's all different kinds of conflicting information here. Technology EMU. Passengers 163 million a year. Cargo 65 million tons a year. Trips every 24 hours, 142 and 128 for hauling stuff. Okay, this is where it gets tremendous. This is where this made me chuckle. They want to do it in three phases. The first phase is to start in 2025 and finish in 2031, which is called site clearance. Second phase is to begin in 2031 and end in 2038. And that's just from the stretch from Da Nang to Hoi An. Hanoi to Da Nang. The first stretch is to Tiao Tiem to Nha Trang. And then Da Nang to Nha Trang is the third phase. 2038 to 2041. So roughly 20 years. I don't know if I would start that project if I'm any one of those four companies. What can happen with money in 20 years? My guess is that it would be almost identical to what has happened with the subway line. Funding gets lost, things don't get built right, things need to get redone. Hello. All kinds of different problems. I'd almost say before they even start going forward with making more stuff like that, finish out the projects they already have for a start. You know, it's incredible. The things that you actually see get built very quickly and properly are apartments, and the really expensive ones at that. Like the Mastery's Marriott project at my next to Golden River is getting finished at like a crazy rate. They finished out a building like after a year. That building's about to be done. They've almost got the outside all done. The inside they'll get done in a month or two. And they're just building that thing. There's already 2 or 3 other buildings up to like the 20th story already. That thing's getting built with laser efficiency and absolutely rapid speeds. So it seems like if it's all foreign companies, because that's pretty much what the Masteries is now, it's all foreign companies that are building that, you know, it seems to get done. But if it has anything to do with, you know, I guess Vietnamese kind of, there tends to be a lot of issues with it. Now I'm not pointing fingers or saying anything. I'm just reading the news as it is out there. I'm not saying anybody's corrupt or not corrupt, or this is just me talking about what I think will happen with this train line. Saigon.
Saigon 3.
Đúng rồi.
Saigon 3.
I'll go get it from him. Saigon 3. Đúng rồi.
Đấy, Saigon 3 rồi.
Vừa một cây mới bóc hôm qua đã đảo hết cha.
Đúng rồi, bán hết chủ khu đảo.
There's a fight over the Saigon 3.
Năm cuối rồi chứ nữa.
Ok, và bóc cây đã. Thế đâu rồi?
Out of cigarettes. Saigon 3 is the most popular cigarette in Vietnam. We got Craven, which I hate. He doesn't have it. Let's get it from this lady. Saigon ba?
Ok. Có Marlboro xanh lá không chị?
Oh, she's got it. Never mind. So yeah, I think it'll just be not the greatest idea. I think they should finish all their other stuff. They got a bunch of road projects going. I guess if it's 4 completely independent companies outside of Vietnam that are building this train, maybe it could work, but the timeline's insane. I mean, if that's the projected timeline they're giving, you've got to tack on another 5-10 years. So that thing could be 30 years it could take to get that train up and running. I don't understand how it works and why it works that way. I would think if I was a country, especially with the subway, that I would really want to have it done, because all the subway will do once it's functional is bring a lot of people here, like a lot of people in a very aggressive manner. Subways absolutely transform cities. It also builds a city into greatness, you know. That's how cities become super cities. You know, there isn't really a city that gets a fully functional subway that doesn't become like a pretty mega city. So, you know, I would say let's focus on the subway, but I don't know who's involved, what companies. I think you probably will not see that get greenlit. I would be pretty surprised if you did. So yeah, things I see get done here the fastest are recession. That bridge, that new bridge that goes over to D2, they really finished up pretty fast. But they wanted to meet a deadline and have it open by like a certain holiday here as part of something. I forget exactly why, but they put the whole team. I don't understand how any of the logistics work for getting stuff done like that here. It kind of just doesn't make sense to me. Again, I'm not a city planner or a city coordinator, but I think this train is a tremendous idea. I don't know. That timeline's nuts. Does anybody know how long it actually takes, like Japan, for instance, to build a high-speed train line? I'm curious to know. I think this one's pretty long, though. We also have to factor that in. I think 1,500 kilometers is pretty long. So I don't know what that is versus Japan high-speed trains, or even the Korea high-speed trains, but I think it's longer. Someone can check that for me and let me know in the comment section. That'd be greatly appreciated. So I mean, yeah, I think it would be a pretty crazy idea to do that. I mean, I don't think I would advise it. We'll see. We'll see what they do. They'll keep writing about it. They shot down a bunch of these like 2 years ago before COVID. And then what I think is gonna happen is I think there's gonna be a housing type recession deal, or an extreme price adjustment for houses being sold, not for houses being rent. And I think that's gonna happen next year. I think what's gonna happen with, I'm gonna keep using the Masteries thing because I've actually toured every unit. I know the exact prices of it, and it's identical to Vinhomes Golden River. Literally, it's identical. It's Vinhomes Golden River with just way nicer finishes on the inside of the apartment, but it's literally the identical building with the identical stuff. So at the rate they're selling, they're selling a 1-bedroom for, I think it was, a 1-bedroom was $995, right under $1 million for starting. So right under $1 million for starting at a 1-bedroom. And that's if you pre-bought in phase 1. Now it's like 1.1 million for a 1-bedroom. And then I think 1.5 to 1.8 for a 2-bedroom. And then 3 bedrooms are like 3.5 and up. So like very aggressively priced on the pricing window. And if you then figure out the math for that, you would have to rent a 1-bedroom for north at $1 million just to cover and break even. You would have to rent a 1-bedroom at $1 million if you're financing it at north of 3,500 USD, or around 3,200 USD. I think it's even more than that. I don't know the exact percentage. We did go over percentages. The more you put down, the lower the percentage. But I think with the standard going with a bank like you would type deal in America, a minimum of 3,500. I'd even probably say my guess would even be closer to 4,500 a month you would need to even kind of break even on that deal if you're renting it out. So I just don't see that. Sure, people are going to pre-buy just like they pre-bought at Vinholm's Golden River, but that all turned out to be a pretty bad investment until about a year ago when they started finishing the project, and then the units kind of exploded back up in price. So then a lot of people sold them for a profit, especially if they bought in phase one of the pre-buys. So I think if your timing's right, there's some profitability, but I definitely think what's going to happen next year, what I think we're going to see is housing for sale is going to drop a little bit, and I think rents are going to continue to go up. That's just a fact of life. Rent is going up. It's not going to go down. Everybody wants to recover their COVID money. Very few landlords are not upping people's rent if they've been there long term, but for the most across the board, unless they're like a really knowledgeable and nice landlord, which my first one was tremendous. You can get good landlords here, by the way, too. You know, and then you can get ones that just care about money and don't care about keeping a good tenant and stuff like that. But I think that kind of goes anywhere in the world, in my opinion. Tiny. 4'11" maybe? So, I mean, I think that there's going to be some kind of housing recession. In fact, in the VN Express, they wrote about it today. I think a lot of bonds come up to term next year as well. They have to do with the housing market. So that's not going to look particularly favorable for things either, as far as that go. Let's see, hold on. Let me find that article, my guys. Just take a break and enjoy the views. I don't need to edit this out. I love the YouTube videos where the dude edits out every single any wasted time, and it's just like hard clip into hard clip into hard clip, and then they think they're crushing it on editing because it took them 3 hours to remove all that stuff when it really has almost zero impact. And they think that that's what works so well. They're scared to ever even try like a longer format. And VN Express crashing every 2 seconds. Their app got terrible on Android lately. Useless. So anyways, they wrote an article along the same lines of what I'm thinking, is that probably the housing selling market, it's already gone stale now. A lot of companies that have big projects like Mastery stopped building them. I mean, this is a typical thing you do find in Asia all the time. Like one of my buddies a long time ago, when we were going to the Philippines, he bought like one of those pre-buys like we were talking about, and he lost all the money for it because they lost funding halfway through the project and nobody else picked it up. I think, I haven't talked to him in a while, but I think there's still a clause in there, like if someone else does pick it up, he gets like 50% of his money, something crazy like that. So I'd have to actually ask him, and I haven't talked to him in a long time. I'm terrible at communicating with people. I'm busy. I like hanging out with my wife, and I'm a kind of a chill guy. Even though it looks like I go out all the time because of the live streams, it's not the case. I actually like hanging out at home a lot. I find it to be quite comfortable. The only time I'm really out past 8 p.m., 7 p.m. is on Fridays. And sometimes we live stream on Saturday, but mainly just Friday nights. I don't know where we're live stream this weekend, maybe at 7 Bridges. Because I like it there, and they like me. So we'll check it out. We'll see what's going on. I'm not sure of the location for Friday's stream yet. Maybe we won't stream at all. I don't know. So yeah, other than the train proposal, the possible selling of apartments, slight crash deal that could possibly be coming. You know, the other big thing in the news was that I read today is, you know, some more people died. This is like the fifth accident in 2 weeks where people have died going up a mountain from a box truck, a van, or a bus coming down at 2 times the speed, going way too fast because he drives it all the time and he doesn't give a shit. And 3 people got killed today. The van or bus hit him so hard It was a guy, his wife, and their like 9-year-old son. Hit him so hard it threw him like 30 feet into a ravine. Died on impact. And what'll happen to that guy? He probably won't lose his license. I don't know, but you know, this is a reason why I don't. I have no desire to get on my motorcycle and go twisting up some mountains and long tour. I'm not putting my life on a motorbike in the hands of some dude driving a van or a bus. There's nothing you can do about that stuff. And that's why I try to explain to people. Like, I've never gotten in an argument about it, but I'll strongly disagree when I meet someone that's like, oh, I'm a super experienced rider. I've been riding 30 years. I've done it before. I got no problems. I'm like, dude, on a motorcycle, you've got no protection. It's all in the hands of the other person. If you're coming around the corner and there's a bus going twice the speed, can't brake in time, goes super wide, I don't care if you're James Bond on a motorcycle. You're not getting out of the way. And even if you have gear on, for example, you are... I think that this van or whatever hit him at like 60 kilometers an hour. There is no gear that's going to protect you from a head-on with a van at 60 kilometers an hour. I'm sorry, my guys. Love you all, but it's just not happening. And for me, I'm not willing to gamble my life away in that type of way. Sure, I could probably do it 98 times out of 100 and never have a problem, but it might be that 1 or 2 times where there is a problem, and then it all, you know, you're gone. Snuffed away, my guys. So, for me, hard pass. I'll never do it. As I said, I lost a best friend on a motorcycle in the States. I got into crazy crashes. I have no desire to cross country on a scooter. I use the motorbike because you kind of have to here. Well, I mean, you don't have to, but you kind of do.
City tour, just
Nah.
150,000 one people.
Calm, not today. Come on.
Oh, thank you.
Come on. Come on, Em. My Vietnamese is terrible. But she was being nice. You know, I'm fluent in 50 different languages, guys. Because I've never said that. Ever in my life. I don't know shit. I don't even have a mastery of the English language. Let alone other languages. I'm a high school dropout. I know some words. Doesn't mean I'm proficient in shit. I can get around in Vietnam, and that's all that matters. You can get around in any country, to be honest with you, just by pointing at shit. Pointing or showing on a phone. Very, very easy. So then, that takes up that segment of the video. The next part I want to talk about is stuff to do in Saigon. Some people have been given some better and better suggestions as the days went on for that video. I'm surprised so many people watched that channel update. That's one of the most watched channel updates, I think. It had like 1,000 views in 6 hours. I was incredibly surprised, but good to see. So yeah, I hear you guys. A lot of the stuff I already knew. It just confirmed a lot of stuff for me. So yeah, as soon as we get rid of the pupperdoodles, which is like in a couple weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I will be able to go out and about and really do stuff. I'm kind of tied to being around my house right now until that situation's resolved. This guy acts like he can't walk, and then once he doesn't make money here, he gets up and he walks around. It's tremendous. All right, guys. So that's the vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like button, comment, and subscribe. If you didn't like it, you can just destroy the dislike button, leave a shitty comment that'll probably get deleted, and unsubscribe. I don't know what to tell you. If you want to support the channel in additional ways, go on over to Patreon. So stay frosty. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.